Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
Lear
Learning Out Loud. I'm Kara,
I'm Grayson.
and today we're talking about something that I think parents really need to hear: what actually helps Grayson learn.
And what doesn't?
Yes, especially what doesn't. Okay, so let's start about obviously, we're here. This is our homeschool podcast.
Mhm.
We are always talking about homeschool. So when you think about homeschool, what feels easy or good? What's usually happening when it feels easy or good?
Mm, it's normally when we're doing, like, hands-on stuff, like science experiments and all that.
So when we're doing hands-on stuff like experiments and building, stuff like that. That's what you like.
Especially that doesn't have to make it fun.
Especially Legos. Yep,
We
you do
love
love
Legos.
Legos. Why does building and doing hands-on stuff help you, do you think?
I think it helps me, like, calm down a little bit when we're doing school because sometimes I have my shutdown moments.
Yeah, we all do. Do you feel smarter and less stressed when you're doing hands-on stuff?
Yeah, actually I do. I feel less stressed and feel like it helps me learn, especially if I wanna get, like, a scientist or an engineer or something.
Scientist or engineer? So when it's more interactive, you feel, and not just listening or reading, you feel like you understand it better,
Mhm.
which is a key point to you are a um visual and active learner. So, an honest question, which I think parents everywhere will appreciate: what makes you shut down?
Um, Maybe it's just because, like, sometimes I feel rushed.
Mhm.
Like, also, like, my brain wants to just get it over with so I can do all the fun stuff. So I, like, try rushing and then I shut down because I can't get it right, and also if I don't know it, my
Well, that's another
brain
part
override.
of learning that we are learning together. Is that what I've tried to teach you is to be in the moment, right? Yeah. So we're gonna be more in the moment. So when you feel rushed, what does it shutting down feel like inside?
I just feel like my body's having like a full on override. Like it doesn't know what to do. It's trying like everything, and I just
You just explode.
yeah,
Yeah, that can happen. Do you feel like you're letting yourself down, or you're letting me down, or anything like that?
yeah. Honestly, I kind of do because like this might lead up to me working at McDonald's.
You'll be fine as long as you strive for better goals than that, don't you think? Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like fast food industry is like a good starting job.
Oh, yeah. Well, your sister works in fast food. Yeah, I think it's a good starting job.
Definitely not a full time thing.
You could strive to own one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're shutting down, it feels like you're failing and you're overstimulated, you think would be a good word for that? Overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could design the perfect school day, what would it be?
Ooh, building stuff. Maybe like trying to catch up.
What do you mean by catch up?
Oh, we're still like a few days behind.
Yeah, but that's okay. We don't focus on that right now.
But yeah, I would feel like building stuff, maybe like some math, and but mostly like learning how to get to the moment and like learning how to control my body, make sure it doesn't shut down.
So if you could design the perfect school day, let's say, would it combined, because obviously you still have to learn from books. You can't just learn from building stuff all the time, which you could learn a lot from building stuff, but would it be like mostly book work? Would it be computer work? Would it be a
Computer.
combination?
Mostly computer, cause like there's like lots of computer games that like teach you stuff. Like fun fact, Minecraft actually teaches you that creativity is endless.
Right? That is true. So that's interesting to me because last year we did all computer work. And this year it's, I would say, 90% book work minus math because math is on the computer
And
and
spelling.
spelling.
Jinx.
The rest of it's book work unless I find like a YouTube video to help you understand what we just read.
And guess what? You owe me a Coke.
Okay. So you would prefer to go back to the computer work instead of
I feel like no, I like the book work like more.
Mhm.
But when I was on computer, like like I had questions, and I had two things that I could do. Like I had what's the two tries, and sometimes all you had to do was guess two things.
true or false.
Yeah, true or
Yeah.
false, and I wasn't learning anything. I was just
Picking the other one.
Mhm.
That is really that is really one of the reasons why we switched from that program to these books is because then you had two tries to pick true or false and it, I mean, you were obviously going to get it right, you know? Nope.
Pause.
So I would say that you're not really lazy, right? You just learn differently than some other kids, which every kid learns different. Like some people, even when I was growing up, I would remember some people could read a book and remember the entire book. And I could read a page and be like, what did I just read?
Like, okay, that might help me in the next page.
Right.
What did it say again?
So you're not lazy. You just learn different, right? So going on to what parents thinks helps, right? This is a good question for you because I know most parents don't know. But what do you think? What do parents think helps but doesn't?
I think that like when they just repeat it and repeat it, thinking it makes more sense every time they say it, it doesn't. Nothing really makes more sense every time you read it.
Right.
And also when they say focus like 20 times and you're like, well, I'm trying, but it's not doing anything.
I think that that is a helpful tip for me as well because sometimes I just repeat exactly what I said to you before thinking that you weren't listening. When you were listening, you just weren't understanding. Is that kind of what you're going at? And instead of, I have to remind myself to rephrase the question. So instead of saying A plus B equals C, I would have to say, you see how this plus this might equal C or something like that. That's just an example. But, and then saying focus a bunch of times doesn't help you either. So yelling focus doesn't help. Like focus doesn't
Like,
help.
oh, I'm trying. Yes, Karen. I'm just trying. Wait,
Did you just call me a Karen?
no. And your name is pretty close. But,
So what do you think actually helps instead?
I think like you like go through it when the parents go through it with me. You go like, okay, so you see this? Like they teach me how to solve the question, not just telling me the answer, but they teach you how to solve it so I can do it myself.
That's a good point. And what about like giving you reasons why you do it this way
Yeah.
or encouraging instead of pressure? Like sometimes I realize that when you and I are talking, especially when it's math and you're trying to do it on the computer and you're not understanding it, if I just say, it's okay, you got this, does that help you?
Pretty much like it gives me like a spark of confidence.
Mhm. And I think that helps because I've noticed that if I say that to you when you're doing math, I'm like, I explain it to you, and then you're like, I can't do this. If I say it's okay, you've got this. I believe in you. You do it and you get it right. It's just you need that moment.
But also, I feel like most kids, if they get it wrong or something, like they think they're gonna fail or but like it's okay to get some things wrong.
Right.
You might fail, but there's always a second chance.
Uh-huh.
And just like keep going and believe in yourself, give
Mm.
yourself confidence.
And just because you fail at something doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means that you keep going. You get up and brush yourself off and keep going. Just like riding a bike. You fall, you get up, you get on, and you try again.
Mhm.
Is that true? So do you think when you feel calm that you learn a little better?
Helps me focus.
You're not as like apt to wanting to shut down?
That was a weird moment of silence. Awkward.
So I would say that that's a good moment for me as a homeschool mom is that when you're calm, you're going to learn better. And so if I'm calm with you, it will help you learn better. And if it's okay to take a moment to pause, if either of us or a parent out there that is homeschooling is feeling overwhelmed at that second. You've taken some pauses before during school.
Mhm. We've taken a lot of pauses because
Yeah.
we just need a second. Like,
Like a reboot, like a computer reboot.
mm, all right, we're good. Let's go.
That's good. So now that we've been doing homeschooling for 3 years now, what is one small change that we have done that has helped you learn?
Mm, I'd say we do life lessons now. That
Mhm.
helps me. Like, instead of just like teaching me like math and stuff, it teach me like real world stuff.
Real world stuff that helps you learn better.
I feel like we talked about this in the first episode.
We will probably cover a few things um multiple times in different episodes cuz it's like going into depth with it, you know. So life lesson skills is what's helped you learn, correct? So if you could give me a life lesson skill that you would want to learn, what would it be?
Oh,
Actually, give me two, one from me and one for dad.
for dad, woodworking, and like
Woodworking?
car
Okay.
working.
Car?
Mhm.
Working on the car? Okay.
And from you, cooking, so I don't end up like dad. And oh, another thing for dad, like grilling and stuff, because he knows how to
Grilling?
do.
Mhm.
And from you, cooking, learning how to like keep things tidy.
Mhm. And keep things tidy and cooking for me. And for dad, working on the car, working um on woodworking stuff and grilling, which I could teach you grilling too. But
I'd
yeah,
rather dad.
okay. So those are the life lessons that you want to learn next.
Mhm.
This is something new that we have just started is life lessons because the beauty of homeschool, and we did cover this in our first lesson, is the fact that you can have those life lessons and have them more in depth, right? Right. So we just started doing it. I really encourage parents that are homeschooling or even not homeschooling just to do life lessons and do something. Ask your kid what they would want to learn.
Mhm.
Because if you force them to learn something that they don't want to learn, they're not going to retain it
Yeah,
anyway.
they're gonna take it out. It's like I'm not gonna need this.
Right. That's how I was growing up with math. I was like, when am I going to use this? So that's another thing for homeschool parents is to explain how they're going to use this in the real world because we are a lot older and we have been doing things and so explain why or how they're going to use it in the real world.
Mhm.
Does that help you? So it wasn't curriculum that helped you out because we have changed our curriculum every year since we started. So it wasn't the curriculum, it was just the life lessons that we started.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. But also, I think the reason most kids don't pay attention in class, they don't think they'll need it.
I don't
Like,
think they'll need it.
mhm. No,
I feel like a lot of times too, it's um kids don't know how to be in the moment. And granted, some subjects are still boring. We do boring subjects still too. It's
like
just
okay, whatever that
yeah,
is.
it's just keeping your mind on it. So I found that if we're doing something boring, we try to find things that are help us to keep us interested, like a YouTube video or a hike or something to help us to keep you interested until we're completely done with that subject.
And I think hikes are a great way to learn because personally, I love nature.
Mhm.
I mean, not like the vegan type nature. Like, I'm not that.
Well, you like to do stuff outside.
I love outside.
Yeah. Like when we went tubing with our neighbors that one time, that was fun.
That
You were
was
like right in that water and it was freezing.
I didn't even care. I went straight in. Like me and dad were like walking around finding some rocks.
I had to like ease myself in.
Yeah. You have to like it's like with real water too. Like you have to get in, stay there for a moment, get that part, and then like keep moving on.
Right. But that was fun and that was interesting for you. And granted, that was just a fun trip on a weekend. That wasn't like a learning trip, but that's just an example.
You know, like fun stuff can also mean you can learn stuff. Like we went to just some park theme parks like that Malibu Jacks.
Yeah.
I actually went there and some of the workers, I don't remember it, like what they do, but they actually told me like how the machine works and stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
They did.
That's cool.
I, I think actually only one of them did, and he was just really chill. And yeah, so you can ask how the machine works. I'm sure they'll tell you. Like like some theme parks, like you may think just because they're fun, you're not gonna learn anything from that.
Right.
That's a probably like a big lie.
Yeah, I think you learned really well. So, do you ever feel like you're bad at school?
Yeah, well, sometimes I do. Like I just don't think I'm good enough for it, honestly. I don't feel like it's worth your time to teach me.
Well, and remember, that's just a lie. I think you're smarter than you believe you are. And that's also part of the, if you haven't watched our first episode, Grayson is on the spectrum of gifted, which one of the things that is part of that is that you get very upset when you don't know an answer and you think you just are too stupid. Is that right? Which is hard, but it's a learning process for us both to learn how you learn and how I can teach you better. Is that right?
Mhm.
And we are learning what works for you. And we have been over the years. Like I feel like we've changed programs every year and I think that every year we get better at learning what works for you. If you're a parent listening, this might be a reminder that if your child is shutting down, it might not be defiance, it just might be that they are overwhelmed.
And maybe we just learn differently.
Exactly. And that's okay. If you want to ask us a question or if you want to talk about something, you can email us at learningoutloud.show@gmail.com.
Or you can comment down below on this video. We might do some Q&As when we get like lots of comments
Uh-huh.
and we will answer your questions.
We also have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok that you can also leave questions at.
So subscribe, follow, or do whatever
Uh,
is on your screen.
and all of those platforms, our show is Learning Out Loud
Learning out loud.
or Learning Out Loud Show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great day.